Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another round of Genshin reactions. We're doing another mini mashup this time with a couple different events slash event cutscenes slash event summaries here. Not the whole event for most of them, but just some summaries, I believe. We're starting with this outside the canvas, inside the lens one, which is actually a precursor to another outside the canvas one that we hope to get to today. Wow! Look at this person's quest list! There's only 2 things on it! Electro Sigil Shop. Ooh. Maybe I should be talking to the Electro Sigil Shop. Ooh! Asagiri. Illustrator. Hello? Worried about your deadlines? Have we heard of this person before? Who is Miss Moriko? Executive editor. You're a freelance illustrator of sorts. I'm guessing you work for the IA Publishing House. Yeah. He does illustrations. Like Albedo did for Xingzhou. But are you alright? You've never been very healthy. As a result, your health keeps deteriorating. Why are you here then? To gather some inspiration. Your muse left recently. Who was your muse? Wow. We're flying through, but she put in a request at the Adventurers Guild for help from somebody with a camera. And I do have a camera. I'm guessing she wants us to go take pictures for her. Reference photos and whatnot. Leave it to me. Don't worry about the finances, I have some savings. That was a beautiful view of, Inazuma as well. In the background. Okay, so basically just go to different places, take photos in order to help her with her inspiration. Because it can be difficult to travel, and also her health is not the greatest because she overworks herself. Angle must spend 3 photo-taking points? Be using an animal elemental skill when the picture's taken. How do you even do that? I guess if you have it equipped in your gadget slot, you hit skill and then photo? I love seeing everybody's pins on their maps. I wonder what this person pinned. Oh look, it's a little guy! I already forget his name. Oh, you must get that from the event, and he can fly around with you. Oh. Oh, they did it, I guess. I suppose the rest of this will just be taking photos? No, Legend of the Wind Knight is what this is called. I want to hear about a Legend of the Wind Knight. Wow. Prepare to photograph. Equip your camera. Okay, you have to encapsulate all 3 of those points. You have to face the camera and you have to be using Animo. So your Animo, great. Ooh, look at all the gadgets. Great. Albedo! Hi! Okay, and you're gonna be out of the photo if you use his skill. Too long cooldown, I see. Okay, go for it. I had no idea you could do that! Take pictures in the middle of an attack or something. Cool. You get so many Primo Gems for it. Oh my god. Okay, I get the gist of it. What's the Legend of the Wind Knight, though? I guess that's just the name for that. Legend of the Wind Knight 2? Character must be affiliated with the Knights of Favonius. Oh, cool. Look at all these details. Within a certain time, within a certain angle. So, let's see. Amber? Or Kaya, I suppose? Everybody has Amber and Kaya. So it's fairly simple. I'm wondering if there'll be any lore. Probably not, just based on the vibes already, but Legend of the Wind Knight. I feel like you can maybe get crumbs out of just the names of each section. I like Ayaka's ultimate symbol, it's really cute. Camera! Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. Oh, god. You're obliterated! I didn't even see any damage numbers! Okay. Oh, it is a beautiful tree, isn't it? Okay. You've got your points, you've got your tree, you've got your time, you just need a character. I want to see their characters. Ooh. Oh, this is the old loading screen, right? Wow, they've got a bunch. They got Aloy, of course.
Oh,
Yeah!
I'm looking for...
Let's go, Kaya. Level 21. Is that good enough? Sure is. Nice. From the way the picture is set, it looks like he planted the tree, you know? Like, here I am with my tree. Alright, so that's the gist of it. Which means we can move on to our next video, because this video is just supposed to give us some context. Okay, cool. So here is our next video. It's apparently from a follow-up
It's finally done.
camera event.
I have to catch up with the others.
What are you doing here?
Ah, Traveler. You're just in time. I'm chasing after the powerful Great Mujina yokai with some new comrades I met.
Wait, the Great Mujina
Why, from
yokai?
those comrades of mine, of course. Apparently, this extremely powerful yokai has been wreaking havoc across rural Inazuma. Whenever it comes across a child who has snuck outside to play, it starts teasing them.
Okay, so I'm guessing here, this is from... So if it's from a follow-up event to that previous one, then this is either at the end or like in the middle of the event as you're going around taking pictures, you can like run into people. That's super cool. Also, the Great Mujina yokai, that's from Yoimiya's story quest, isn't it?
You know, things like tying their shoelaces together, or turning mud and roots into fruits on a tree, then tricking the children into eating them.
Oh my.
Sometimes, it even dispatches a few mini Mujina and has them turn into parents or teachers to frighten the children.
Terrifying.
Anyway, there's no way I'm gonna let such a formidable yokai run loose.
A true
If you
hero of
have
the
time,
people.
Why not join us on our pursuit of the Great Mujina yokai?
So these comrades of yours, could one of them be Yoimiya?
So you know Yoimiya too. What a coincidence.
How do you know Yoimiya?
Anyway, now's not the time for chit-chat. Yoimiya and the others are looking for the Great Mujina yokai's tracks up ahead.
Are the others a bunch of
It's my
kids?
responsibility to bring up the rear and ensure the Great Mujina doesn't attack us from behind in a fit of rage.
So I wonder if this quest comes... I wonder if this event comes after that other event. Labyrinth Warriors? And so Child is still in Inazuma? And he just ran into this gaggle of kids and decided to play with them?
Here either.
How did they meet?
Yumiya, are you sure the Great Mujina's nearby? If so, does that mean we're in its territory now? Oh, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. There's a whole group of us here, and we brought lots of fireworks too. If anything, the Great Mujina yokai is the one that should be afraid.
I love Yoimiya's voice.
And Tartaglia is watching our backs. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You don't realize how serious of a statement that is.
Ah! Yumiya!
Don't scare them.
Yumiya! Tartaglia, help! It's the Great Mujina yokai!
Nope, just a traveler.
That's not a yokai, it's the traveler.
Mhm.
You've met her before, remember?
Are you tracking the
That's
yokai?
right. The Great Mujina yokai has been getting pretty bold lately. It's even starting to trick people in broad daylight.
This is so random. This is, yeah, it's outside the canvas, inside the lens. And then there's just this whole little subplot with Child and Yoimiya.
Not only did it scribble all over Iwao's homework and get him in trouble at school, it
No.
also stole Saika's snacks and
No.
broke Matsusaka's toys.
How could they? It's probably the kids pulling pranks on each other.
Here with Yumiya! We're gonna chase that Great Mujina yokai away for good!
About Tartaglia.
Oh, him. We specially invited him to be our anti-Mujina specialist.
How did you meet him?
Fireworks can only do so much. They may scare it away, but if we want it gone for good, we need the help of a real professional.
A professional what,
Tartaglia
exactly?
is so cool! He becomes like a watery blur when he fights. All you hear is whoosh, whoosh, pow! And then all the monsters are defeated. Oh,
Nice.
if only he could teach me a few of his moves.
Well, why don't we ask him after we've taken down the Great Mujina yokai?
Ever the
Right
optimist.
now, our priority is to search for evidence of this yokai and trace it back to its lair.
And then we'll be able to tackle it head on, right, Yumiya?
That's right. We'll defeat it together.
Tartaglia is
Keep your
actually...
voice down. Don't let Iwao and the others hear you.
Do you know who he is?
He's one of the Fatui Harbingers,
Oh,
right?
she does.
Sakajiro mentioned him to me before. And I heard about everything that happened in the UA too.
Wow.
I know.
Wait a second. Okay, first of all, who's Sakajiro? I don't recall that name. That's not her dad, is it? I don't think so. She just calls him my dad. Well, her grandfather? Anyways. And it's really funny to me that she heard about everything that happened in there. How? Because the country only just reopened, so those rumors must have spread very quickly, I guess. But then, how come Xinyan didn't know who he was? She's literally from Larua. She's been in the city this whole time. How does Yoimiya recognize him on sight and or name, but Xinyan didn't? Unless she was pretending?
And I heard about everything that happened in the Yue, too. I know that he might be dangerous, but he saved Iwao. And the kids all warmed up to him right away. He even happily agreed to help us find the Great Mujina Yokai. I've heard that the Fatui are all really scary and dangerous. You know, like the kind of people you'd want to avoid the moment you lay eyes on them. But Tartaglia isn't like that at all. He's really nice to the kids. He even had an in-depth discussion with them about the Great Mujina Yokai's combat skills. From my point of view, it doesn't seem like he's just pretending to be nice. I think the kids would agree. They believe he's a kind, reliable grown-up.
It's the big brother in him.
No matter what Tartaglia's true identity might be, he's doing something good right now, and I think he deserves to be treated accordingly.
The big brother element wins over the Fatui Harbinger element.
Let my guard down.
No need to worry, I can deal with him.
Thanks.
Just let
It's
me know if
great
you
to
run
have
into
you
any
around.
trouble.
I see. Yeah, this will make a wonderful gift.
Gift?
Yai Publishing House released several new novels recently. Shigeru told me that a good number of them are children's fairy tales, perfect for reading aloud to kids.
Oh, for his siblings?
And Aguro Mio has just received a new batch of silk. She might have come up with some new kimono designs. But do you still remember what size your sister wears? The kimono might look a little off if you get the size wrong.
Presents for his siblings,
Let me
indeed.
think for a second. I've bought clothes for her plenty of times before. That's it. I believe it's... hold on. She's having her growth spurt at the moment. She probably doesn't fit into anything I've bought her in the past
Oh my
anymore.
god, he dotes on them
If you
so
don't have the
much.
exact size, you can always just buy her a few bolts of silk instead. Who knows? Maybe she'd like that even better. Oh, and why don't you take some fireworks with you as well? I just finished creating a new design that's both pretty and relatively quiet. I'm sure your siblings are gonna love it. What else should you get them? Let me think.
What are you two doing?
It's you. Yoimiya was just recommending some Inazuman specialties for me to bring back as souvenirs.
They're bonding over
If it
being
weren't for her, I wouldn't have the
extroverts.
slightest idea what to buy.
So, how did you two meet?
Talk about a coincidence. I happened to be passing through Inazuma while taking care of some... work. I wanted to grab some presents for my younger siblings while I was here, but I couldn't decide on what to buy. Tusser once told me that he wanted to hold an Onikabuto, so I decided to go catch one of those little bugs first.
Oh my god.
As I was looking for Onikabuto in the forest, I saw a child playing all on his own, and he was headed straight for a camp of monsters.
What is this,
So
Iwao?
I stopped the child, dealt with the monsters, and then he led me back to Yoimiya. After that, well, I was designated as the anti-Mujina specialist.
A high honor.
It's a shame the kids' parents came and took everyone back home, saying that they'd had enough adventures outside. Our hunt for the yokai came to an abrupt end.
That's kind of
The ship I'll
hilarious.
be leaving on will arrive in Inazuma in just a few days. Then it'll be my turn to go back home. Oh, by the way, Yoimiya, can you recommend a few local beverages as well?
Local beverages, but you're going to be on a ship for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Beverages spoil
last.
easily. How about bringing some snacks with a longer shelf life? Something like tricolor dango or sakura mochi, for example. Saika loves tricolor dango, but the adults in her family always scold her for eating too many and spoiling her appetite.
Tusa used to be like that too. After having too many snacks, he'd refuse to eat his meals and end up getting yelled at by father. Anyways, thanks, Yoimiya. I gotta make sure I have enough Mora for all this. 2
They're bonding over
kimonos,
being really
3
good
bolts
with
of
kids.
silk, 1 novel, 5 boxes of snacks. Oh, and the Onikabuto as well.
Wouldn't that one be
You
free?
really care a lot about your family, Tartaglia.
Is everything alright?
Oh, you mean with Tartaglia? Nah, everything's fine. He took great care of the kids and even promised Iwao he'd teach him a few moves with a sword.
Oh.
Though, I have to say, it's amazing you have so many friends from all over the world.
It's because I'm always traveling.
You're so lucky. I'd travel all across the world too if I had the chance. I want to see all that there is to see and make friends with all kinds of people. I would even go on adventures with them, just like you do.
Oh, don't worry.
For now,
You'll
I
get
have to
there.
stay home with my pops. So I won't be traveling far anytime soon. Don't keep it a secret next time you come to Inazuma, okay? Just be sure to visit Naganohara Fireworks first, and tell me all about the amazing things you've seen on your journey.
Of course. Wow. So that was just like randomly in this photography quest? Amazing. I love it. Okay, so fun little catch up with Yoimiya and Child. I love these random combinations of characters. It's great. Next up, we are still in Inazuma, I believe. It's this event that introduced Ayaka's outfit, which is surprising to me, because when I first started, there was an event in Fontaine with Ayaka.
After all these years, Senpai, I was hoping it would never come to settling this with real swords.
And honestly, I thought her outfit came from that.
Sounding nonsense. Come on, it's between you and me. There can be only one victor.
Oh dear, what happened?
Why are those two fighting in the road?
Kind of a random place to
Someone
duel,
else is
too.
here. Hey, get away from here, you two!
Well, at least they're being careful?
Yeah, we're disciples of the Kono Ito art, and are about to settle things with a duel. We don't want anyone getting in the way, especially outsiders like you who know nothing of the sword arts.
Oh, you know nothing of my sword art, but...
Now, you're the ones fighting in the middle of the road.
Yeah, you could have picked a random field.
We know nothing of the sword arts. When it comes to wielding a sword, the traveler here is super strong.
Indeed.
So, you're just another person looking to steal our chance to compete. In that case, we'd better team up and deal with this outsider first.
Now you're teaming
What say
up.
you, Senpai?
Sounds like a plan to me.
You finally got them to stop. Hey, you two! This is all just a big misunderstanding. We're just passing through here. We didn't want to steal anything.
Yeah, what's all this about a chance to compete?
Oh, Senpai, how could this happen? This youngster completely overwhelmed us with only a few moves.
At least we brought them back together, I guess?
To show the power of the Kono Ito art to the world. Who knew we would be defeated before we even set foot in the arena?
So you fought on the road on
No need to
purpose.
say any more. What happened here only proves that we're out of our depth. Master did always tell us that no matter how strong you may become, there is always someone stronger. But we didn't listen. As for this entry ticket, I'm afraid that no matter which of us use it, the results would be the same.
Wait, what are you two mumbling about? You guys were at each other's throats just a moment ago.
Tournament, maybe?
I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. We're disciples of the Kono Ito art. Just now, we were about to duel to see who would enter the Warrior Spirit sword fighting exhibition.
Exhibition.
This competition is very important to any practitioner of the sword arts, and since we rarely see anyone pass through here, we mistook you for a competitor trying to steal our entry ticket. Again, I apologize.
Now that that's been cleared up.
Just a moment, please. If it wasn't for you, I would have never realized my own inadequacy.
Right. Our fight just now was a real eye-opener. I know now that I must further cultivate both my mind and my swordsmanship.
So let me guess, you're going to
Senpai,
give us your
I have
ticket?
an idea. Why
Yeah.
don't we give the entry ticket to her?
Fine by me. Only a real swordsman is qualified to stand in the Warrior Spirit arena. We still require more training.
What if I don't want to?
Wait. You mean you
We're busy.
want the traveler to compete instead of you?
Isn't this a little sudden?
It's up to you if you want to join. Either way, this entry ticket is useless to us now. We bid you two farewell.
This reminds me of the fighting battle in Liyue on our way to Inazuma. That little tournament we were in. What was it called? I forget.
And there they go, just like that. Ugh. So what do we do about this entry ticket they left us?
Eat it?
Let Paimon see here. Warrior Spirit Sword Fighting Competition, hosted by the Yashiro Commission.
Hey!
Since it's being held by the Yashiro Commission, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate and ask about it?
Sounds like a plan.
Traveler, Paimon, good to see you. Unfortunately, both the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato are out on business for the day.
As
They are
always.
not here at the estate.
Oh, we're not here to see them today. Actually, we were hoping to ask about the Warrior Spirit Sword Fighting Exhibition. You know, the event being hosted by the Yashiro Commission.
Ah, so the Traveler wants to enter the competition too. I'm terribly sorry,
All
but
the
we
tickets
were
have been
flooded
issued,
with
yeah.
applicants, and all the entry tickets were already issued last week.
Not to worry,
But
I
if
have
you
a
want
permit.
tickets to see the final exhibition match, I'll see what I can do. Perhaps I can get you some.
Oh, no! Let us explain. We were able to get our hands on an entry ticket today, but we haven't decided whether or not to participate. We wanted to get some info about it first. From the sound of it, this competition is really popular.
Indeed. Warrior Spirit is a competition with a rich history in Inazuma. Not only is it a good opportunity for martial artists to test their strength, but it is also a form of honor. The almighty Shogun hopes to use this opportunity to spread the elegance of the art of the sword to more people. The upcoming competition has introduced many new formats to appeal to a wide variety of spectators.
That sounds pretty cool,
Traveler,
not gonna lie.
Since you already have an entry ticket, you should enter the competition. It is a rare opportunity after all.
Okay, I'll consider it.
By the way, given you've only heard about the competition today, you probably don't know yet, but Miss Kamisato just...
Why
Oh?
hesitate when faced with such a great opportunity? If you're not honored to be a part of Warrior Spirit, there's no need for you to hold on to that entry ticket. There are plenty of others who are eager to enter.
That's a good
What
point.
are you saying, Hirotatsu? That's not how we speak to our guests.
I don't mean any insult, Madarame. On the contrary, I would love to see the Traveler in action. Everyone here has heard of you. Even Miss Kamisato thinks highly of you. I always assumed you'd be someone we'd all look up to. But
Okay.
now it seems everything we heard were nothing more than rumors. You lack spirit. And as for your swordsmanship, well, I'm sure it's mediocre at best.
How are we in this
Otherwise,
situation
you wouldn't
again?
hesitate even for a second about joining the competition.
Hey, come on, Hirotatsu. The Traveler isn't from a martial family. Besides, spirit and swordsmanship can also be displayed other ways besides competitions.
Can you believe this guy? That makes two groups of people talking down to us on the same day!
Seriously.
There's nothing Paimon hates more than people underestimating the Traveler when they don't even know her! Well, maybe feeling hungry is worse, but still!
Calm down, Paimon. I'm used to it already.
Tatsu guy doesn't even know you! How can he say that you lack spirit and ability? Oh, that's it! Paimon's mad now! He deserves an ugly nickname, oh, not the sharpest samurai!
Oof, how does that make you
Run your
feel,
mouth all
buddy?
you like, but this isn't something that can be proven with words. I, Hirotatsu, am a true warrior. Don't need to go around bragging to make a name for myself. I'll take my leave now.
Please do. If he's gonna be in the tournament, we'll beat him anyways.
I apologize about Hirotatsu.
The exhibition, that is.
He's the type of person that tends to just say whatever comes to his mind.
No worries, he'll see what I'm made of.
Does that mean you're entering the competition? Great! Paimon approves! Show not the sharpest samurai that you're the real deal!
The competition starts on Rito in 2 days.
I love how
I didn't get
we're joining this random exhibition competition just to spite that one
a
dude.
chance to tell you just now, but Miss Kamisato left for Rito today to discuss competition matters with Miss Hiragi Chisato.
I guess we're not too busy these days.
In that case, let's go meet Ayaka and Rito! We can ask her for more details about the competition!
Cool. Sounds good. Let's go.
Chisato!
Hello.
Traveler Paimon, nice to see you again. Welcome back to Inazuma.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Nice to see you too, Ayaka! Actually, we've decided to enter the Warrior Spirit sword fighting exhibition. We heard you two were making preparations on Rito, so we thought we'd come and check things out.
What a coincidence. We just finished talking about the Archon's emissary and whether the Traveler would be interested in the exhibition. And now here you are.
The Archon's emissary?
What's that?
What's that?
Oh, you've never heard of it? Didn't you come rushing back to Inazuma because of Miss Ayaka's letter?
We must have missed it.
Letter? What letter?
Never mind that now. Paimon, you were asking about the Archon's emissary?
Did you ask us to do something for the exhibition?
The Archon's emissary has a special responsibility in the Warrior Spirit event. However,
It's hard to describe without touching on the origins of this event. Warrior spirit originated from ancient Inazuman legends. It is said that a long time ago, the martial artist who was crowned champion would be granted the special honor of meeting and engaging in a sword duel with the almighty Shogun.
Oh dear.
However, the almighty Shogun was far more powerful than any human being. In a direct confrontation, the duel would be over in an instant. Therefore, the almighty Shogun would send one of her familiars as an emissary to the martial
I
artist.
see. That makes more
Who would then
sense.
provide assistance and protection in the fight against the Shogun. Because the almighty Shogun decided to convey her skills and the will to protect the citizens of Inazuma through the form of martial arts, the duel was then aptly named Warrior Spirit. Later, the event evolved into a competition that focused on the art of swordsmanship, and the tradition of a duel with the divine has been retained as the final exhibition match of the competition.
Huh,
This final
that's cool.
match allows later generations to understand the origin of warrior spirit and the meaning of martial arts.
Whoa. Sounds like a pretty important event.
Yes, nowadays the almighty Shogun won't attend the exhibition match in person, but she will still send a special envoy to fight on her behalf to display her divine strength. Of course, the role of the martial artist goes to the winner of the competition, and the divine familiar will be fulfilled by a true swordsman, a role also known as the Archon's emissary. This time, I will be fulfilling the role of the Archon's emissary.
There we go.
Oh, so that's what this is all about. Paimon gets why this competition is so popular now. After all, Ayaka is popular among the citizens of Inazuma.
Paimon's right. Though the Shirasagi Himegimi attends some festival ceremonies from time to time, it's not often that we get to see her excellent swordsmanship up close. The almighty Shogun said that this time, we need to host a competition aimed at the public and recruit a powerful ambassador to promote it. With that in mind, Ayaka was appointed as the Archon's emissary.
And I'm sure she'll do a great job.
And by the way, this is Onodera from Yae Publishing House.
Oh, I remember this guy.
He specializes in organizing events and was sent to assist us. He was the one who suggested that Ayaka be the Archon's emissary.
What was he in?
In
Iridori?
addition, he proposed 2 strategies to increase the popularity of the competition, expanding the target audience and increasing word of mouth. His ideas have been most effective.
Wow. Those ideas sound pretty professional. But, what do they actually mean?
Well, expanding the target audience means getting more people involved in the competition. Previously, competitors were required to be practitioners of one of Inazuma's schools of swordsmanship. However, this time, the requirements are different. Anyone who has a passion for martial arts can participate, regardless of nationality or status.
How many tickets
Some
were issued,
combat
though?
regulations
Seems
have
kind of
similarly
limited.
been adjusted. Weapons are no longer limited to one-handed swords. Any close-range weapon that meets the length and weight requirements can be used. As for increasing word of mouth, in my personal experience, the most effective method is to hold a vote.
A vote?
That's right. In the past, it was the almighty Shogun who decided what the Archon's emissary would wear in the exhibition match.
Would wear?
But this time, with support from the almighty Shogun, we'll be giving that choice to the audience.
I thought it would be like vote on who
People can
should
vote
be
on
the
one of
emissary.
4 seasonal styles, such as cherry blossoms or autumn leaves. Miss Kamisato will wear whichever outfit receives the most votes.
Okay.
Although voting won't begin until the day of the competition, my retainers have already been speculating on which theme will win.
These plans are only possible because Miss Kamisato agreed to be the Archon's emissary. I know this must be a lot of pressure for you, Miss Kamisato.
No, not at all. It's an honor for me to have an opportunity to promote the sword arts. If anything, it's your dedication to the event that everyone will appreciate.
You flatter me, Miss Kamisato. Now then, I must get back to preparing some final details regarding the vote. So please, excuse me.
Bye.
Traveler Paimon, now that you're here, Miss Chisato and I can show you around the competition venue.
That kind of feels like cheating. I get to see it early.
Great, let's go! Whoa. Now this is an arena.
Wow.
Oh, Paimon had no idea the Outlander Affairs Agency would have a place like this.
Oh, it looks great.
This is the indoor training area for the Konjo Commission.
Also, we must be inside a
Thanks to Miss
domain.
Chisato that we were able to use this venue.
How cool to like
You're
go
very
into a
welcome,
domain
Miss
and have a whole cutscene that's just people standing around and talking. That's really neat.
I'm only happy I could help.
Chisato, what's that over there?
Oh, that? Well, it's...
Traveler, do you have a moment to talk?
Oh, of course.
Where should I begin?
Maybe start by explaining the letter?
Ah, yes, that. Nothing slips by you. To be honest, I felt a little apprehensive when I first heard that everyone wanted me to be the Archon's emissary. I've been making public appearances ever since I was a child, but this is the first time I've ever acted as the ambassador for such an event. Not to mention wearing an extravagant outfit while participating in combat. In the past, only the most skilled swordsmen of a reputable clan in Inazuma were qualified to be the Archon's emissary. I'm afraid my skills can't even begin to compare to theirs.
Excuse me? You are arguably one of the top 2 most skilled swordsmen of whatever style it is that the Kamisato clan practices, which is one of the riding Gokuden. Like, what's this? What's this nonsense?
I might not be up to the task, so I wanted to write to you and ask for your advice at that time.
We're friends. You can have my advice
Yes,
anytime.
I know. But that's probably why I didn't send the letter in the end.
Oh, so she never sent it.
You've helped me many times before, and you've always lent me your ear when I speak about my troubles. But if I'm always turning to you for help, it almost feels like you're somehow besting me.
Ooh, got a little competitive
Is
spirit.
it strange for a friend to think that way?
Not at all.
Thank you. I was really delighted to learn that you also entered the competition.
Somehow.
Hey, Ayaka! Uh-huh? What were you two chatting about?
Just the
I
competition.
was just saying that it's delightful to have the Traveler join the competition. Given her reputation in Inazuma, the competition is sure to be even more exciting.
Yep, having the Traveler join will definitely heat things up a little.
Paimon's right. I look forward to seeing you perform.
After having a look around, the 2 of you leave the arena. Very cool looking arena.
It's getting late and Miss Chisato and I must return now. The 2 of you should have a good rest for the next couple days. I'll see you on the day of the competition.
Thanks, you two. Will do. See you on the day of the competition.
See you later.
Oh, look! There's Ayaka and Chisato.
Hi, Ayaka and Chisato.
Ah, Traveler Paimon, you made it. Did you rest well yesterday?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
That's the Traveler, composed as always.
It's important to keep a good mood before a competition. We're in it to win it.
Looks like you all are in good spirits today. Everything should be set to go for the opening match.
Speaking of which, are these 2 boxes for voting?
That's right, I've arranged everything. The box on the left contains the ballots for Warrior Spirit, while the box on the right is for the other events. The results will be revealed in the 3rd round of the competition. And given how strong the Traveler is, you're practically guaranteed to make the 3rd round, right?
You bet!
Mr. Onodera, we'll start with the box for Warrior Spirit then.
All right, thank you.
Things are about to start soon. Let's head to the arena.
I wonder
Good
if we'll
luck,
get to see
Traveler.
any of the
I
fights.
hope you'll do well in the competition.
Well, Miss Ayaka and I should go watch the matches. See you later.
It would be cool to see some
There's
cutscenes.
already a crowd gathering in front of the bulletin board. Let Paimon see! Coming through!
Oh, I didn't expect the votes to differ by that much. I thought for sure that Masako would win, given that Warrior Spirit is a competition unique to Inazuma.
Just as I predicted. After all, the case files of Miss Orith is a recent bestseller. Not only is the story interesting, but the book's illustrations of Fontaine outfits are also really unique. Besides,
Books?
don't you think that Miss Orith's character is a good fit for Miss Kamisato?
Well, Miss Orith is fiercely competitive, but loves to play pranks on others, which is nearly the complete opposite of Miss Kamisato. However, it'll be interesting to see Miss Kamisato in a Fontaine outfit.
Oh, so she is in a Fontaine outfit.
What are you talking about? Paimon's kinda confused.
It seems like they somehow tied books to the outfits.
Oh, look! There are some options for the outfits! Pretty please Kitsune Guji? The case files of Miss Orith? Hold on! Didn't they say the choices were gonna be between the 4 seasons of Inazuma? When did they switch to cosplay outfits from light novels?
Oh, so they did. Okay, maybe they had a change in
We need
plans.
to find out what happened. Come on, let's find Ayaka at the Yashiro Commission.
I thought maybe they were just using that to
I'm terribly sorry.
like drum up interest or like give everybody an idea of what the outfits might look like, because I was wondering like, oh, will they show the people the outfits that they're voting for, or are people voting just off of vibes? But apparently no, it was an accident. They mixed up the two voting boxes. I see. So now Ayaka has what, a couple hours to throw together a cosplay? Oh dear.
The one who mixed up the two voting boxes.
How much time is it before
By
the
the time
thing?
Mr. Onodera came back from his business trip, the results had already been announced.
He took a business trip?
In an effort to keep things confidential,
Right before the thing
we
started?
specifically didn't mark the ballots with the title of the poll. I regret that decision now that everything's gone mixed up.
No way! Something did go wrong with the outfit voting.
Traveler Paimon, it seems you've also heard about the results.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're not the only ones. It felt like everyone we saw on the way here was talking about it. What are you going to do?
At least everyone's excited.
Miss Kamisato, we're the ones responsible for this blunder. I'll go reorganize a vote right now, and we'll set things straight.
Please wait, Onodera. There might be yet another solution. The poll error is something that only the competition organizers are aware of. The public didn't seem to notice anything wrong with the ballots.
But I'm sure they'll be very
Moreover,
confused.
There were no
So if they were swapped, it's like vote for your favorite book and vote for your favorite season for Ayaka's outfit. So if they were swapped, now the polls are vote for your favorite book for Ayaka's outfit and vote for your favorite season. People are going to be like, what? This is so random.
complaints when people thought that outfits from popular works would make an appearance in the exhibition match. On the contrary, everyone seemed to think it was a special surprise. Since our goal was to generate interest in the competition, the consequences of this mistake shouldn't be viewed as a blunder.
Wait, Ayaka, so do you mean that...
They'll do it?
Yes. I think we should just make the best of this mistake. In the final exhibition match, I'll simply wear whichever outfit accumulated the most votes.
And that makes sense. That's why she was wearing it in the Fontaine event that I saw fly by
Difficult for you, Miss Kamisato.
when I started playing.
Unlike outfits tailored for martial arts, the outfits from the novels aren't designed for combat.
It won't be a problem. The Fontaine-style dress from the novel shouldn't be too heavy, so it won't affect my abilities.
She's a master of her art, after all.
I'll try to get used to it, even if it's quite different than something I'm accustomed to wearing.
Do you just happen to have a Fontainian dress on hand?
Calmly, but Paimon can still feel her courage.
All right, I understand. In that case, we'll proceed with Miss Kamisato's proposal. The outfit we prepare for the reader's meet and greet will be tailored and adjusted according to Miss Kamisato's figure. We'll ensure that the outfit is completely ready for the exhibition match.
They had one on hand for the meet. I
It's
see.
a lot to handle, but I'm sure you can manage.
That's what the book voting was for. Good work, team. Now, how are you really feeling, Ayaka?
Ayaka, will you really be okay wearing some character's cosplay in the exhibition match? You're not pushing yourself because we're here, are you?
No, please don't worry. I actually feel relaxed and even a little joyful at the moment.
Oh, you like the idea
Before,
then?
The thought of wearing a fancy dress on the stage of the exhibition match had me worried. I was concerned about whether I would be presentable enough to meet the audience's expectations.
And now instead of formal,
However,
it's going to be
If I'm
fun.
wearing the same clothes as a fictional character, then it shouldn't be too big of an issue. The detective in the novel is known for being mischievous and doing things her own way.
There we go.
Everyone watching the exhibition match will be able to experience something new in a traditional form.
So that's what Ayaka was thinking. That's good. Kind of a win-win.
And that's not all. Deep down, I've always been looking forward to the day I could wear something different from what I normally do. Traveler, not long after we met, I remember you mentioning that Liyue, Mondstadt, and every nation has their own unique fashion.
Did we really?
At that time, I couldn't imagine that one day I would be able to experience all these foreign places. But now, all those wishes that were once impossible don't seem so far out of reach.
Just you wait. This time next year, you will be in Fontaine. Or something.
Besides, my mother was always curious about outfits from other countries when she was alive. This time, I will be able to fulfill my mother's dream. Thinking about it that way, this special outfit can indeed be called a surprise.
A little bit of a fateful twist, actually, huh?
This whole accident with the vote turned out to be a good thing. Well, now that this is all settled, let's get ready and go to the arena.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm kind of excited,
I know
actually.
you will do great, Traveler. Onodera and I will also head to the arena to watch your fight once we've confirmed my outfit's measurements.
Your skills are superb. I've been thoroughly bested.
It was an honor to fight against you.
Ladies and gentlemen, after an exhilarating battle, the champion for the Warrior Spirit sword fighting exhibition has been decided. Give it up for the Traveler! Tomorrow,
Were we able to fight that one guy, though?
the final exhibition match.
I wish we could have seen us fight that one guy.
Kamisato versus the Almighty Shogun's chosen envoy, an autonomous humanoid known as the Magu Kengo.
Ooh.
We'll see you then.
Like the Magu Kenki.
That was a most thrilling match, Traveler.
Congratulations, Traveler. You've certainly earned your title as the champion.
It's weird to see Paimon floating by somebody else.
Tomorrow's opponent would be the Magu Kengo. That name sounds similar to that troublesome one we encountered on Yashiori Island. Oh, Paimon doesn't think it'll be an easy fight.
I think it'll be
Don't worry,
fun.
Paimon. The Shogun's chosen envoy may be strong, but tomorrow's match doesn't prohibit the use of visions. We'll make a formidable team.
I bet it'll be
As long as we can track its moves, an opportunity to strike back will present itself.
a Pyro Hydro enemy,
Hearing your confidence sure makes Paimon feel better.
as opposed to Anemo
I
and
cannot
Cryo.
guarantee that we will win, but we must try our best. If just to give the crowd a show they will not forget.
And will definitely be an exciting match.
I can tell you two are already raring to go, but it'd be best to conserve your energy and get some rest tonight.
We'll also be able to see Ayaka's new outfit when we wake up tomorrow. Ayaka in a Fontaine dress. Oh, Paimon can't wait!
Ah, yes. Well...
Do you want me to pick you up in the morning?
Huh? Traveler? You too?
I can't wait.
Sounds like there's no way around it, Miss Ayaka. Oh, if I wasn't busy tomorrow, I would have loved to come see as well.
Ah, I suppose it's settled then. I'll wait for you at the Kamisato estate tomorrow morning.
See you then. Oh, it's you.
Ah, you're finally here.
Ugh, it's Hirotatsu. The Traveler already beat you a few days ago and won the championship. What else do you have to say?
Don't worry, I'm not here to cause trouble. I just wanted to apologize. Traveler, I lost to you fair and square a few days ago.
Wow.
Your swordsmanship is excellent. Each strike was precise, but not aggressive, which speaks to your character. I ask your forgiveness for misjudging you and offending you with my words and actions.
It's okay. It didn't bother me.
The two of you must be here to pick up Miss Kamisato.
I thought it was funny.
She's in the dressing room right now and should be out soon. Traveler, before the young lady comes out, I have a bit of a presumptuous request that I hope you can consider.
Sure. What is it?
Although the young lady has never mentioned today's exhibition match to us retainers, she has spared a few hours every evening to practice her swordsmanship, despite how busy she is.
A few
The
hours
young lady
every
has
day?
always been
Wow.
diligent and conscientious, although it's just an exhibition match, and it won't matter if she loses. I trust that she will do her best to win. As a
We'll do our best
retainer,
too, don't
I
worry.
do believe in her, of course, but I still hope you can support the young lady in the arena and ensure her safety.
Don't worry. I will.
Traveler, I leave the young lady in your hands.
Ooh, here we go. Reveal.
Ayaka!
Oh, I love the hair. I love the hat. Wow, the ribbons are gorgeous. Nice.
Wow.
Oh, the little ring. That probably would be annoying if you're wielding a sword, though. Wow, look at all the flowers. The little butterflies.
Oh? What's the matter? Why are you two so silent? Is there something wrong with the outfit?
It looks like the embodiment of spring.
Ayaka, you look amazing. You're radiating beauty.
This look really suits you.
Just look at it. It even has the crest of the Kamisato clan embroidered on it.
Yeah, they put that
Yes.
together suspiciously
Onodera
quickly.
had someone from the family make it over the last few days.
Oh, okay, a couple
I
days.
heard it was based on suggestions that the spectators had written on the ballots.
I love the
The
blue.
outfit is well tailored and offers more freedom of movement than I had expected.
Paimon can't wait to see the look on everyone's faces when they see Ayaka.
The ribbons on the
Thank you
back
for
are
the compliments,
beautiful.
Paimon.
They look like a butterfly.
Traveler,
I'm sure that's
now
intentional,
that
but
we're
it looks
ready,
great.
let's head to the arena.
My lady, Traveler, I wish you all the best in the exhibition match.
Is her hair more blue than usual?
Hey, look! Miss Kamisato
Oh, there we
and the
go.
Traveler have
Looks
arrived.
lighter now. Oh gosh.
Although I've seen illustrations of this outfit before, seeing Miss Kamisato wear it truly brings some unique flair.
Oh man, imagine walking around and everyone just stares at
Lining up
you.
super early to get front row seats.
Anxiety
I'm
inducing.
really looking forward to today's match.
At least they like the outfit.
Of attention the moment she appeared.
Yeah, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The Warrior Spirit exhibition match is about to begin. Please enter the arena in an orderly fashion and take your seats.
Here we
Miss
go.
Kamisato, Traveler, please come with me.
So my guess is that since
Are
we're on
you
the same
ready,
team,
Traveler?
she'll just be part of— what?
Good.
Sorry.
Let's give it our best. I look forward to fighting beside you.
Oh, that's really cool. Somebody from Sumeru joined the competition too. That's neat. Yeah, I'm guessing she'll just be on our party in her new outfit too. That's cool. Wow, the stairs, the power stance. The tension. See, if you don't walk forward, the boss won't actually attack you. Oh, guess we won.
Ayaka, we're over here.
I really wonder what that boss's fighting patterns look like though. What elements did it
That was
have,
an
do you think?
Extraordinary match. I don't know much about swordsmanship, but even I was caught up in the tense atmosphere of the arena. My heart's still pounding even now.
Your opponent's moves kept surprising Paimon, but it seems like the two of you were prepared for that.
Two minds better than one? Two swords as well?
Miss Kamisato.
Oh, Sarah.
Congratulations on winning the exhibition match.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Sarah! You came to watch the competition too?
I was ordered by the almighty Shogun to observe this competition. You two displayed remarkable swordsmanship and cooperation. Not only did you present the beauty of the sword arts to the audience, I was also able to learn quite a bit myself.
You don't even use a sword.
I'm flattered.
All of you have been busy with various preparations for the competition. Today marks a perfect ending to this Warrior Spirit event. Your efforts have been recognized by the almighty Shogun. I must return to the Tenshukaku and report on what happened at the exhibition match to the almighty Shogun. Everyone, please excuse me.
Bye.
By the way, does everyone have plans now? If not, why don't we go to Uyu Restaurant for a victory meal?
Oh, Paimon will like that. I'm down.
Great idea! We've been so focused on the competition lately that it's been a while since we've had a good meal. Let's go!
When the day comes that Paimon is not cheered up by food, I will be very concerned for her. What's wrong, Ayaka?
Oh, it's nothing. The effects of winning are only now starting to sink in. Kujo-Sara said that she learned a lot from the fight, and so did I. Although the audience members might not have noticed, there were many moments where I would have been in trouble if it weren't for you by my side, drawing away the opponent's attacks. Without you, it would have been impossible for me to win on my own. It's just as I expected. My swordsmanship is still far from your level.
You're being too modest. You helped me many times as well.
Hearing you say that makes me want to spar with you all of a sudden.
Sure.
To
Let's go.
tell you the
Let's find a
truth,
spot.
I've been hoping for an opportunity to spar with you ever since we first met. That wish was half fulfilled today at the exhibition
Oh,
match.
just like in her demo when she was wondering about our swordsmanship.
Sure. But until then, make sure you take good care of your sword. If I ever manage to steal it one day, your life will also be in my hands.
Oh, jeez.
I've always wanted to say something like that. Did it sound strange?
It sounded very much like Miss Oren.
Hey, what's the holdup here? What are you talking about?
Ayaka's gonna kill me, Paimon.
We were just talking about having a match to determine which of us is the superior sword fighter.
No, we were just talking about having a match for fun.
Serious when it comes to swordsmanship. But aren't you friends with the Traveler? Why do you need a match?
It's precisely because we're friends that we should spar often and learn from each other.
Oh, guess that kinda makes sense.
She has a point. Bye.
Traveler, keep all I just said a secret?
We just told Paimon what you just said.
What did Ayaka say?
Okay.
Nothing. Let's get going.
If you want to be mysterious. Far be it from me to spill all your secrets. That was really fun. That was sweet. It's actually cool to see how much passion Ayaka has for swordsmanship. Yeah, ever since she met us, she's been wondering, like, how our skills might measure up. And it's super cool, because if you remember at the end of her demo, she was talking about, the Traveler's skills and whatnot. So that's pretty neat. Alright, next up we have this one, last one left. However, you can see this video is quite long. It's the entire event, so I will be skipping around to just the cutscenes to the best of my ability. It's a follow-up to the Kavarina quest that we just finished, so perfect. Oh, look at this! We ran into Sharush again, I guess. Checking in with her, let's see. Interesting, it's not voiced. This is an event, right? Yeah, it's not a quest. It's not. Oh, that was cute. Not voiced. Let's see. So Sharush is being her usual self. Talking about being worthy of the Twin Horn Chaplet. Zervan! Hi. Wow, what are you doing away from the Oasis? Yeah, really. Going a little fast here. Just seeing if our new Bloomguard's fulfilling her duties. Oh, duties. Oh no, did you think claiming such a title would bring you fame and fortune, Sharush? Impossible, the duties have not been neglected. Okay, we're going a little fast, but basically, so Sharush fought really hard to become the Bloomguard during the quest that we just finished, but it seems that such a title actually comes with duties that she may not have known about. Though flashing flame might steal your attention, a gradual trickle of enduring devotion may also be worthy of praise. Basically, don't just focus on the flashy bits and do your work diligently. Always. In the time you've spent away from us, there have been countless Pari who, though unable to ever gain the title of Bloomguard, still contribute to our greater community with quiet dignity. Kind of shaming her for not contributing. I thought that you would perform some deeds that would prove your worthiness of the title. As it turns out, however, it seems that you've just been idling about. Hey, saying she does nothing is going too far. George is already pretty great, right? Sure is. I don't mean to neglect my duties, it's just that the responsibility of a Bloomguard weren't fully detailed by the Order of Skeptics. Yeah, so she doesn't know what they are. It is a Pari tradition, after all. Trying to learn from humans is pure folly. Okay. Basically says just ask me what you need to do and I'll tell you. Ask you for guidance directly, Elder? But, let's see. So the chaplet has a lot of answers, but she still has to, like, meditate on it for a while to figure them out. Paimon is encouraging her to talk to Zervan for advice. I doubt not my elder sincerity. It's just, I heard the Order of Skeptics say that only the answers one finds themselves are worth any merit. Isn't that something someone else told you as well? The Order of Skeptics even constantly makes mistakes in its official documents. I don't know if I'd take the advice of the guy who betrayed us, so... Yeah, do you really think the Order of Skeptics knows better than Zervan or something? I'm no longer the Sharush from before. I must act with maturity and live up to my title. Elder Zervan, what are the exact obligations that a Bloomguard must fulfill? I beg of you to enlighten me. Yeah, she's learned to be humble. Wow. Paimon feels a little touched too. Bloomguard's duties are vast and may take days and nights to recall. However, considering that you have spent far more time with the humans than those of your own kind, let's start with something simple. Extraordinary competence and keen insight are necessities. 6 training tasks. Okay. So we're gonna help her do some training tasks, and surprisingly, the tasks are things that we do all the time. Test delivered onto me by my elder. I must unleash my fullest effort when dealing with them. Okay, cool. Oh, and there's a task that we can help with specifically, too. There's no hard matter, though as you know, Sharush has been close with the Orders of Skeptics and humans. And knows not of Pari traditions, or not as much. Wait, I want to see that one. Serve as an audience and listen to Shorush recount the past. Okay, yeah, sure, we can listen. I'd love to hear about the past. All we need to do is hear Shorush tell a story. It does sound pretty simple. Okay. So she needs to do some training, flying around, I think she said, and then get to listen. Okay, so yeah, we play as Shorush most of the time, it seems like. To pass these trials. Item! Hey, this party looks familiar. With one notable change. Okay. Oh, seems like Zervan had this training regimen all planned out a long time ago. Yes, Shorush was always going to have to do these things. This is a sign that the elders always favored me. Yasnapati and Floater, bear witness to my heroic feats. Alright, so she does a lot of training, it looks like. Go back to the Oasis. Here we go. Cutscene. Is this the last stop of our first day? We're pretty familiar with this place, seeing how we've been here plenty of times before. If you're so confident, why not swap roles with me? I will play the audience, you be the speaker. Yeah, let's give it a try. Here comes Paimon. The place before us, covered with flowers and flowing water, is the Vorikasha Oasis. The place doesn't have, right. This place isn't infested by the demons of Dev, and it has Pari. Paimon does remember stuff really well. She's her guide, after all. So you tell her information, she tends to recall it. Except for names. She's bad with names. But you know what? I cannot blame her for that. So am I. And so Paimon is teasing Shorush. And pointing out basically that Shorush is different from the other Pari. Probably because she grew up with the Order of Skeptics, yeah. She spoke with them for so long that they kind of rubbed off on her. Or she got used to acting like that. I love that emotion from Shorush. You can really see her emotions as she acts. I'm just trying to read this really quickly. 500 years ago, our great god gave all to quell the disaster afflicting this place. As such, all the Amrita here is the last gift from the divine. Nourished by the Amrita, the Harvestocum and the party emerged. The eldest is Zervan. My birth came much later. Elder Zervan clearly associated with the Order of Skeptics when they were first established, but after my birth, all contact seems to have been lost. Traditions are important, but Shorush is lacking the details. As opposed to the Order of Skeptics, who gave her all the details. Wait, I want to see that more clearly. After that, you slowly drift away from the other part and learned your strange way of speaking from the Order of Skeptics. I suppose I can be seen as correct. Sounds like a rebellious phase. A rebellious phase. I heard the humans of the Order of Skeptics mention something like this. They said the researchers in the forest experienced a Satyavada life or something like that. Is this rebellious phase a similar thing that humans progress through? Yeah, that sounds pretty similar. Maybe you can think of it as a necessary process for growth. I think that matches well, yeah. It's not entirely like the Satyavada life thing, but generally, kids going through a rebellious phase will resist the care of their parents and try to assert their independence, just like you did. My past has little to do with my present. Whatever can be said, I have... Goodness, it's just slightly too fast. I've now returned to the Oasis and earned the Kavarana's favor. Wait, that was amazing. Never mind, Pale Floater, it means nothing to be patronized by one as immature as you. Oh my goodness. That's all for today. Yasnapati, do you or the Pale Floater wish for anything? Oh, asking if the Pari and the Aranara are related at all? You describe your adventures with Arama and all the other Aranara to Shorush. How very important the festival itself appears to be. I heard my elder mention it once, but only thought of it as a little more than a joyful gathering for the Aranara. But if the Aranara have their own day, why do we Pari possess nothing of equivalence? I must mention this. Why do you want a Pari festival? Is it because you can eat lots of tasty snacks? Of course not. It's because she wants to get offerings. That doesn't sound like a festival at all. Well, not for the attending humans, anyway. But it is an enjoyable celebration for me, yes? Yeah, for sure to become a Bloom Guard, she might need a little bit more training, says Paimon. Okay. I was going to recap what we've learned, but it goes by so quickly, we don't really... It's hard to absorb. Basically, Shorush was frustrated that Zervan would not share with her in detail the past and histories of the Pari, and so she spent more time with the Order of Skeptics than with the Pari. And, that's where she got her strange way of speaking, and that's why she doesn't know much about Pari traditions, actually. Hello. Almost looked like she was sleeping for a second. It appears the first part of your training went well, you could say so. Maybe it was a bit too easy? Then I look forward to seeing her coming performance. Oh right, about listening to Shorish tell stories, it turned out that Shorish went through a rebellious phase. Speak no more of this! What? Ahem. Anyhow, I finally shed that stage of my life. The important thing is that I, with my Yasnapati and Belfloater, recall the history following the birth of the Pari. I'm gonna pause, actually. And spoke of the familiars of the forest and their special festival. Oh wow, she's actually bringing it up to Zurvan. The fact is that we, as Pari, do not have such a celebration of our own makes me troubled. Do you not feel the same way, Elder? If it were up to me, we should let humans attend the Pari festival and hear from them the praises they sing for the Pari. Afterward, I shall pick the best singer. To my knowledge, festival at Sava is not a day to be so willfully and wastefully spent. I always thought Sharush's desire to get humans to record her deeds was different from the other Pari. Is this also the influence of the Order of Skeptics? That is the very reason why recalling and pondering the past is significant. Whatever happens. Did she say insignificant or... she said significant. Whatever happens, I look forward to seeing her coming performance. She keeps saying coming performance, and I assume she meant in the tests. But maybe she means she's going to have to sing. Ooh. Okay, we can ask her these questions. These are the same things as in usual playtime. So this quest was kind of simultaneously along with the first release of the Kavarana quest, I'm guessing. Because you're doing all this exploration. Seems like, at least. And you're learning about Sharush as she becomes the Bloom Guard. Because she's clearly got the chaplet already. She says she still needs to, like, earn her title. Wait, Paimon remembers this place. We've been here before. It does leave an impression. Shore's scared Paimon pretty good. Paimon remembers that Shore said this Wenut got sealed here because it was unlucky. Though, what does it have to do with Shore's training? Huh, does Zurvan actually mean to say, haha, behold, Sherish, behold the fate of the unfortunate? My elder is no pari of such idle nature. Back to the topic. Though I did not elaborate on the Wenut in detail when we passed through here earlier, the catastrophe that caused it should be familiar to you. The one that happened 500 years ago. Indeed, the Wenut must have been frozen in an instant. As it has been crystallized, its form remains in perpetuity. It's as if it would start burrowing through the earth again once unsealed. This moment will remain frozen in time. Paimon doesn't want to end up like that. You see what happened to the Wenut happened in an instant. No, just thinking of it scares Paimon. I won't let it happen. Yeah, Paimon won't let anything so horrible happen to you either. Then you should thank us Pari. During those days of ruin, many species and races, including the Pari, gave their lives. Sometimes even things more precious than their lives. Their sacrifices are why we are spared from facing the same irreversible fate. And just so, as I was not there to witness a catastrophe, when this land faces danger once again, I must take action. Her whole sacrifice thing. Then, from what you're saying, this Wenut is even older than you are, which should also make it your elder. However, it will not be returning to life. It's been sealed in its crystallized state for centuries. Perhaps the only fate that awaits it is gradual dissolution. With how severe the loss of life was during the catastrophe, the Wenut, like countless other unfortunate souls, were frozen at the moment that calamity struck. But many more suffered even graver fates than this poor fool before us. And I would just move on, but I think I saw something about time itself. They had already worn away beneath the grinding passing of time itself. This day, nothing remains of them, not memory nor material. This one before us lingers only because of its impressive size, and the fact that it has been hidden away in its cave from the glaring eye of the sun and lashing winds, thus the intactness of its condition. However, no being on this land can overcome time. Not even remains and husks will endure. One day, there will be nothing left of it either. That sounds kind of sad, not having any trace that shows you were here. The records left here by the humans would have something relating to the Wenut. I presume such a thing is rare for humans, no? From what I heard my elder say, aside from the Order of Skeptics, there were also researchers from the forest here seeking inquiry. Though some humans believe that the Sektek Wenut is the completed state of a quicksand eel, to hold such theories and assumptions makes one worry for the content recorded by these humans. That information's not reliable at all. Yeah, haven't we heard that the Wenut are descendants of Apep? Apep. Think, these records are obviously false, yet you still enthusiastically found a human to serve as your Yasnapati? Maybe before this crystal is entirely corroded, the poems and odes dedicated to you will have changed beyond our recognition. That's kind of a cool thought, actually. Maybe the bloom guard mentioned in the odes might not be pink or cute, but instead have a rough but reliable exterior, a mild and respectful personality, and act with rationality and calmness. That sounds a lot like the idealized image of a guardian. That sounds nothing like you, Sharouche. Absolutely not. Wait, I think I understand what my elder desires. She must be reminding me to find a better way to record my deeds. My elder does possess foresight indeed. I must offer her my deepest thanks.
Paimon doesn't think she meant that.
And don't worry. You've got the Traveler recording right here. And back to Zurvan. This person a lot of talking. Okay, let's recap what we learned so far. Basically, I don't know if this was mentioned earlier when we first saw that Wanut in the Kvarana quest, but the initial onset of that crystal that paused all the defilements and whatnot happened instantaneously. Was that Wanut even corrupted? I don't know. I assume it was, but just Wanut not typically creatures associated with the darkness and whatnot. Anyways, I think that's mainly what that section was talking about, and also talking about how time erodes all. And so it is a pressing concern to certain immortal creatures of Tevat that they find another way to record their histories that will last beyond time. And that's why we're here, I guess. Tee. Hi, Zurvan. Looks like you successfully completed your training.
Oh, we got it done, but Sharouche. After seeing the crystallized Wanut, she said with real sincerity that even though it had existed for centuries, one day it would still disappear without a trace. And then immediately afterward, when we mentioned that her odes might be distorted as well, her mood changed instantly.
Wow, telling on the parent figure immediately.
But of course, my deeds, I mean, the deeds of us Pari, should be eternal. How can such a thing be compared to that which might part into dust and ash?
If something cannot be recorded properly, then there must be something wrong with the method. You wish to remind me of this fact, which is why you sent me to view the crystallized Wanut. Am I right, Elder Zurvan?
Ah,
that's the way you see it. Interesting. You care nothing for the renown of the Pari. If you're speaking of renown in the way that historians, where did that come from? And boop. Haha. If you're speaking of renown in the way humans understand it, not so much. Whatever you say, the present-day members of the Order of Skeptics are so very dull. Of course, if there are more interesting individuals like the Traveler or Paimon, then that would be a different case entirely.
A compliment from Zurvan.
Thanks, appreciate the praise, Elder. Can interesting be considered a compliment?
Hold, can't call her Elder. Sharouche, there's no need to be stingy. Zurvan is the eldest here, so calling her Elder is reasonable, right?
Alright, enough idle chatter. If Sharouche still thinks so highly of this human notion of renown, then the training that comes next might be just right. I wonder what it'll be. Something to do with humans? Something to do with renown? Maybe talking to other people who have done helpful things in the past? I want to peek. I'm gonna peek. Repel all opponents and destroy supplies or something. Building her renown. Okay, here we go. Next cutscene.
Hey, isn't this the place we passed by looking for Mihir? Though Mihir shouldn't be here right now, right? All those thorns, they should be Mihir's companions. They look pretty good. Speaking of which, they helped us a lot.
Hellfloater, did you forget all that I have accomplished?
No way. You might complain a lot, but you do care about your people, right?
What did you do, Sharouche? I can't seem to recall. Teaser. Aw, okay. Sharouche is the hero of the story, it would seem.
Paimon knew it.
Got a lot of bark to go with your bite. Malicious slander. I was only here because I wished to earn the chaplet. The Elder hadn't made me come. I actually do want to see what Paimon said. Oh, a big bark to go with your soft heart. Oh, cute.
Well, whatever you say, Mihir's part of the reason you even managed to claim the Twin Horn Chaplet. Shouldn't you thank her for that, at least?
Her? For such a figure, one stained and still struggling thusly, I'd say she missed the click. Darn it! Would only be worth my merit after another 10 cleansing pilgrimages. 10 is way too many. Wait a minute. On second thought, Paimon thinks it wouldn't be too hard. The path really isn't that long. Though the way isn't long, running it repeatedly does make me tired. I suspected an adventurer to be used to such a thing by now. In a name, Paimon thought we'd be walking for 10 days and nights. As it turns out, we didn't even need to go that far. The shortness of this trail is making Paimon suspicious. If it was as long as the Oceanids' pilgrimage, then perhaps I would respect her. Huh? Kind of cool that the Pari know about the Oceanids. Or the Oceanid, I guess. She says Oceanids plural here, but then she's saying I would respect her. But yeah, I wonder if they know about Rodea. As it stands now, I can only state that the distance of the cleansing pilgrimage suits me here. Oceanids' pilgrimage? Yes, please elaborate. Oh. After the catastrophe, a great number of Oceanids came from Fontaine to Sumeru, with the path they walked becoming their so-called holy path. Strange. Why would the Oceanids need to come to Sumeru? Pilgrimage? A pilgrimage for what? I only heard of such a thing from my elder. Though there have been Oceanids from Fontaine, I haven't truly looked into it. Could it be for the Harvistukum? Right. Sharush said that the Harvistukum was the god that let the Pari be born. If honor's a big deal here, then the thing most deserving of it is definitely the Harvistukum. But what's the potential relationship between the Oceanids and the Harvistukum? Don't tell Paimon that they're related? Looking at you carefully, Paimon's really beginning to see the resemblance. Yeah, actually. They look just like, what was her name? The little Oceanid, the little Lockfolk from the event we just watched. Oceanids and Pari are distantly related. Oh. Edona? Eudora? Eudora. I think Eudora, maybe? Yeah, she does kind of look like her, doesn't she? Paimon hasn't discovered any world-shaking secrets, has she? Maybe a bit. I mean, I don't know if it's world-shaking, but maybe there's more to it. Are they related? Slander flows from your lips again, pale floater. And I missed the click again. The slander flows from your lips again, pale floater. I know nothing of any Oceanid. You just mentioned them. You're probably right. Sharush did say that the distance Oceanids need to travel for their pilgrimage is far longer than Mihir's cleansing. But if that's true, does that mean that Oceanids are stronger than Pari? Let's go back a little bit. I want to see this again. You're probably right. Sharush did say that the distance Oceanids need to travel for their pilgrimage is far longer than Mihir's cleansing. But if that's true, does that mean the Oceanids are stronger than the Pari? Is Sharush admitting defeat? What? I didn't mean that. In all seriousness, the cleansing pilgrimage is not actually tied to distance. It is more of a symbolic affair, showcasing a rise and return to form. That sounds impressive, but regardless, it is irrational to brush all Pari as lesser than the Oceanids. It's not because of any bias I may or may not have regarding Mihir. Speaking of which, why did Zirvan say that the next part of training was just right for Sharush? It doesn't look like anything special here. Also, Mihir's missing too. Though, if she was here, Sharush probably wouldn't talk to her properly either. They are pretty different in lots of ways. One is round and the other is prickly. Mihir doesn't need a Yasnapati. Yeah, she also said that being forgotten is a good thing. That fool. If her existence and her efforts over these centuries are forgotten, then what was it all for? Maybe that's the question that Zirvan wants Sharush to think about? Seems that Sharush still needs some time. Okay. Interesting. Planting the seed that the Oceanids and the Pari might be related. I mean, they are both elemental life forms, aren't they? So I'm trying to put together like an elemental life form tree, because the only relation that I know for sure, as much as anything we know in this game is for sure, is that if you put like a elemental life form in the middle, then if it rises, it can become a crystal fly, and if it falls, it can become a slime. But what was that initial life form? And maybe there's many different types, because we also just learned recently that the highest order elemental life form is a hypostasis, apparently. So, crystal fly to hypostasis? Oh, the crystal flies do kind of look like tiny hypostases sometimes. Especially for the animal hypostasis. And I think the patterns on the wings are similar to the patterns on the cubes. But then, are there very many life forms here? In this middle ground? That would be my guess. I want to know more about elemental life forms. Okay, without knowing the training has progressed towards the latter half, how are things going? There's still room for improvement. Though when Showish tells us stories, there really seems to be some self-reflection happening. Dialogue is a good way for Showish to learn, especially as the people she's talking to are more interesting than those of the Order of Skeptics. Oh, you flatter us. Elder, you are being arbitrary. The Travelers are remarkable Yasnapati, but not all of the Order of Skeptics' members are. Perhaps they do have momentary instances of virtue between sessions of flattery and deception. Ugh. No, she's right, though. She's right. I see you still need convincing. We will let our witnesses, the Traveler and Paimon, give a review regarding your performance. Of course, that is after you finish your recounting. So we told her so? Or is it on to the next trial? Next trial. Okay. And next cutscene. I'm gonna check really quick. How many more? We've got a couple. So it's trial, cutscene, talk to Zurvan. So trial, cutscene, talk to Zurvan. Oh, we're actually getting kind of near the end. After this, it looks like there's only one more. Or two more, that is. Cool, okay. Onwards. It's so quiet. No one's here. Even if Rashnu was here, it should still be quite quiet. Yeah, but if she was here, we would need to talk softer. She always has that sleepy look on her face, and she didn't seem too happy when we woke her using the Kori drums. Paimon heard that the quieter someone is, the worse it gets when they get angry. Who knows what Rashnu is like when she's enraged? Then, should that be true, my Yasnapati is the one we should fear most, yes? Huh? Oh, Paimon knows her the best. Though the Traveler isn't one for talking, she is still super nice, right? I'm about to get mad for real. Rawr? Wow. Come on, yeah, see? Not scary at all. Very well, let us refocus. As you behold, this tree is called Basom, and Rashnu is its familiar, though she is absent right now. And nothing. There's nothing more to say of Rashnu in the Barsam. Feels like you're hiding something. Right, about the Kori drums? Hiding? Absurd. As for the drums, haven't you already seen them in use? Speaking of which, Paimon remembers Rashnu saying that she's the one who threw the Kori drums elsewhere. That really surprised Nasajina. If Paimon recalls, you were really nervous then, and didn't respond to Nasajina's questioning. The way it looks now, the Order of Skeptics archives were really off the mark. Though playing the drums did wake Rashnu. Paimon seems to understand why Zurvan doesn't trust the current Order of Skeptics. Thanks, Sharouche. Did they really help? The clues they gave are half-truths at best. The current generation of the Order of Skeptics indeed does have some lacking members, but like a tree, no matter how many leaves flourish, there will always be some that will shrivel up and dry. I don't know if that's how trees works in any season besides autumn. If your tree's leaves are shriveling, does that mean that it's dehydrated or it's sick? Once these dry leaves break and scatter, those that will remain, they will be the ones that can be relied upon. Yes. How did the Order of Skeptics become like this? I also want to know that. It is because I have been with the Order of Skeptics too long that I grew unable to discern. So close. Their gradual changes. Only when I began to speak with you and other outsiders did I realize the Order of Skeptics had changed. It has been a few hundred years. Besides their name being the same, they must have cycled through a few generations of different members already. Will the fame I seek, the fame I wish for the Yasnapati to eulogize for me, also erode into this? With everything changed, carrying only a hollow title for others to recall. Is this what my elder wishes that I learn? No, it shouldn't be, but... Sharouche, there's no need to be down. Maybe Zurvan didn't mean that. Seeing Sharouche so depressed makes Paimon feel like she did something wrong. Maybe we should have Zervan cheer her up. Okay. We're starting to see a split in Sharush away from her somewhat loyalty to the Order of Skeptics. She spent such a long time with them and feels more connected to them than to the rest of the party at this point. It's understandable that it would have taken a little bit of work and deliberate self-reflection for her to disconnect from them again. Oh, Sharush, you appear weary. Did you find an obstacle in your progress? Should we call it an obstacle or a sense of confusion? You recount what was said during your talk. I have to say, after watching this event, it's much more apparent to me that Zervan really does care for Sharush, because she put together this entire program of training basically to encourage certain moments of self-reflection in Sharush in order to help her reach the conclusions and realizations that she needs to in order to break away from the, like, arrogance that she's developed and the obsession with fame and sacrifice that she's developed as a result of her contact with the Order of Skeptics. I would like to see maybe more of Zervan's thoughts on the past and why she didn't share those initial stories with Sharush that she wanted to know that led to her... Oh, hi, Kabe. That led to her really spending more time with the Order of Skeptics. I think we learned about that around here, actually, yeah. But just, like, all of these trials that she's putting her through or having her undertake, they aren't that difficult, it seems like. And on one hand, it is giving the situation the gravitas that it does deserve. She is the Bloomguard. It is an honored title, apparently. But it's also encouraging her to change and become a person that is more caring of herself than of what other people think of her and how, like, you know, her fame resonates through the world and whatnot. Oh, however, the records of humans deviating from actual reality isn't anything new. They are forgetful and prejudiced people, after all. Considering how vast and complex the affairs of the world generally are, observers might be able to get an overview of the major details, but not be able to grasp the minutiae. Those present during said affairs might be direct witnesses, but still find themselves unable to move beyond their personal subjectivity. Well, that's interesting. Considering our perspective, this doesn't feel very comforting. Oh, so you wish for me to provide some warm words to placate Sharush? Did you forget that this is part of her training? Yeah, she can't placate her because she needs her to feel uncomfortable so that she breaks away from her current patterns and habits. Be able to overcome problems by oneself, that's the point of training, right? I'm on guesses that makes sense. If Sharush cannot meet this task successfully, then all that can be said is she is unworthy of the title of Bloomguard, and will not be able to bear the weight of the Twin Horn Chaplet. Who knows? And when the time comes, gentle though I am right now, I can only do what must be done, no matter how cruel. Will you take my chaplet from me? As for the punishment for failure, I suppose you will discover that yourself, should you truly fail. If Sharush doesn't want to be bald, she better... Wait, what? She better try to explain herself? She better try extra hard now. Wow. Delightful. Okay, so there's the final, or the next trial at least. And the next cutscene. I think this is the beginning, but just to make sure. It has long been a familiar sight to me, but now I feel only conflicted thinking about it. Exactly. Okay, we're at the Order of Skeptics camp, I think is what she's talking about. That conflict is exactly what Zervan wanted her to feel, though. On the bright side, this maybe means that Sharush has matured? Exactly. I know not if this growth is growth or decline instead. Right, since we're already here, why don't you tell us about the early history of the Order of Skeptics? Although things are the way they are now, there must have been a point to their establishment, right? Otherwise... Goodness, I keep missing. Although things are the way they are now, there must have been a point to their establishment, right? Otherwise Zervan wouldn't have helped them and you wouldn't have been drawn to them. Very well, if you wish to listen, I will speak. However, you must know that my birth came after the Order of Skeptics was formed. What happened prior is but hearsay to me as well. It was said that, before all that transpired, there were some of absolute purity and virtue who attempted to spread the word that catastrophe was imminent. but carrying a message does not halt the coming of ruin. Soon, darkness washed over the lands as roiling tides, drowning all that lived in fear. Just as we saw of the Setuk Wanut, even the strongest creatures were crystallized, perishing during the event. Comparatively, with how soft and weak humans are, their resulting scouring cannot be considered a personal failing. But some individuals arrived, rushing into the maelstrom that was the calamity. Were these people the first order of the skeptics? Indeed, their leader was Nagarjuna. He once was a researcher who worked in the depths of the woods. Would that be the one-armed sage, do you think? But he put roots down here to help alleviate the aftershocks of the catastrophe. Yes, and there was another one with golden hair! Though my elder spoke little of him, he should count as an interesting individual, I think. Based off of Zervan's dialogue during the quest, I assume this is Dane. But with the interesting comparison, this might be our brother? There were two people with golden hair. Shurish might not know that detail. It's a real shame that he only lived a few hundred years ago. If he was still here, Paimon would love to see him meet the Traveler. Then we can see who's more interesting. Why are we competing? Well, my victory's assured. Almost certain that it's our brother at this point. At least in this sentence that we're talking about. Following this, after my birth, the after effects of the catastrophe stabilized. So Rush had nothing to do then? Not entirely, as the filth will never be fully eradicated. It's just that noble sacrifices like the one made by the divine Berg, Simurg, were no longer needed. What's more, such duties have already been performed by Mihir and so on and so forth. After Nagarjuna, the elders slowly broke off contact with the Order of Skeptics. However, the skeptics themselves remained ever interested in us Pari. But I suppose this is nothing strange. To them, after all, we Pari are heroes worthy of songs and odes. The strong feelings of admiration we inspire are more than deserved. During that time, I often heard them loudly singing their poems and odes, and with the passing of time, the scenes of the divine bird's sacrifice grew ever more vivid. Yet my elder treats this as if it is a paltry thing. It sounds like Sharush got buttered up by honeyed words. What? No, impossible! I clearly wanted to imitate the divine bird because I was moved by its passion and will. The only reason why I associated with the Order of Skeptics was because they could tell me about the happenings of years past, or would tell me. Of course, it wasn't like they didn't heap inappropriate amounts of praise on me. It's the same story, but told in an exaggerated way to get people's attention. Even Paimon likes listening to exciting stories. Oh, but if their intention was to record actual history, then they definitely did something wrong. Indeed, regardless if it is I or the humans of the Order of Skeptics, those who condition themselves to accept hyperbole as ordinary will see themselves become like this. The Order of Skeptics' archives were no longer simple truthful records. Instead, they were filled, I forgot to click, with all manner of embellishments and subjective opinions, and unknowingly... Goodness. I began to put renown beyond action itself. Oh, she's noticed that she prioritizes fame over actually doing duty. Looks like you finally get it. She seems more energetic than she was when she came here. Isn't this a good thing? Hehe, now Zervan... Gosh darn it. Isn't this a good thing? Hehe, now Zervan won't be asking to take the chapelet, will she? Your training is almost at its end. You'll definitely win Zervan's approval. Okay. And then we go talk to Zervan again. Oh! Huh? But all the... Oh, maybe that's why it's not voiced. Who knows? You look much happier than when we last spoke. It seems things have gone well. From what I've learned during these tasks, I have grown. For now, you are worthy of being called a Bloomguard? No, not yet. There is still a final portion of the task that I need to complete. Until all the tasks are done, until your respect is earned, I am not finished. Only then can the Twin Horn Chaplet truly belong to me. Oh, looks like you're actually beyond your rebellious phase after all, just as was claimed. Elder, you still remember that? Forget, I beg of you. Regardless, it's good to see that your spirits have returned. Traveler, Paimon, please be witness to the truth of whether Sharush is worthy of the Twin Horn Chaplet. Then I will await you at the end. See you soon. Yeah, you can see how over the course of this, she's had to question the things that she thought she knew to be true, and it's instilled with her a sense of humility and caused her to reflect on herself as well. I'm proud of her! She's done great. The Tanigi Hollow. This was the epicenter for the disaster. Though all seems calm, it's not hard to think of how things were then. These crystals are huge, a lot bigger than even Wanut, and to think that it's Sharush's responsibility to handle future problems here. Is this not the most essential duty a Bloomguard should uphold? In addition, Sharush should also expect this of herself. That's what they say anyway. Do you not trust me? I did not realize that I was at the stage that even the Pale Floater thinks so little of me. Wow, Sharush's arrogance makes its grand return. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Why do both of you still harbor such doubt in me after our time together? My pride has never been born of blind appearance. You should be well aware that I fully understand my past mistakes. Is it blind appearance? What was it? Blind arrogance, that makes sense. Before, I placed reputation above action, but now, as I have learned, this is an act of purest neglect. Just as Simurgh became the divine bird through his sacrifice, I will become the Bloomguard by my deeds and hear my name rightfully sung in praise of my service. Additionally, I have completed all the assignments you have given me, Elder. Now, even you must admit that I am one worthy of the title of Bloomguard, worthy of the Twin Horn Chaplet. I indeed have no objection to the choice made by the Kavarana. What? Did you expect me to object? No, I merely did not expect you to agree so easily, Elder. I expected a few rough words, at least. I'm not nearly so vicious. About the responsibilities of a Bloomguard, I did not actually gain any knowledge from the Chaplet. Is this because I still do not embody the traits of the Bloomguard fully? Do I still lack training? No, the final trait is the humility to recognize when you need to ask for guidance. Don't worry. For this, the title of Bloomguard may be inherited, but the duties are always variable. I see. And look, she's not even mad that she didn't tell her this before, because she knew she would not have heard it, or understood what it meant fully before, or taken it very arrogantly before. To state it simply, there are no fixed rules, and even more, there are no specific judging standards. Usually, the Kavarana's choice is final, so she couldn't have taken the Chaplet even if she wanted to. Huh? So, you're saying... I will not be taking the Twin Horn Chaplet from you. Now you don't need to worry about the top of your head getting cold. Will not, or cannot? Missing the point! Paimon, you were telling me I'm missing the point when you brought up her bald spot earlier. I understand. This must be part of the test. Seems like Sharush is having an epiphany. You are a forgetful one, Pale Floater. I just said it. To pass these tests, besides competence and observation, the most important thing is understanding my past mistakes. Even if the outcome was already determined, would it not be retreading the path of folly if I cast aside all that I have learned during training? So, I think this must be the last test my elder has left me. Smart. If she got upset that she was fooled this whole time and basically just wasted her time doing these trials and trainings, then she wouldn't have learned anything from those trials and trainings. But she's learned to learn from her past mistakes. And so, she's going to just let this all continue on with her. So she's going to take everything that she's learned and keep it. Cool. To be a worthy Bloomguard, this is but a simple task. This is a sign of your complete trust in me, Elder. I didn't expect you to see right through me. The Kavarana chose well. Hey, good job, Sharush! But your changes? I suppose the Traveler and Paimon bear some credit for that. I see. The changes in her. Indeed. My esteemed Yasnapati and the Pale Floater are both beings of merit. At this point, I fully believe that Sharush forgot Paimon's name and just calls her that. But I guess Zervan did just say her name, so she could relearn it if she wanted to. Though I wish to say that I am potent enough alone, I believe that with their aid, the extinguishing of the sign of Appalachia will be no difficult task. How very reliable. Don't forget, me here and Roshnu will also be able to assist you. Worry not, Elder. Leave everything to me. Paimon keeps thinking that Zervan might have planned this, but seeing Sharush this happy, Paimon can't really complain. And I guess that's the end. Looks like it. Okay, so that's the end of that. Let's leave it on a nice shot of the group, I guess. Yeah, right there. So basically, cool. Yeah, we get to see more of Sharush's development in action. I like this because this is more of a gradual, you know, trial where she had to reflect on what she believes and why she believes it, and, you know, her connection to the humans and all that they have done and haven't done for her, and, you know, how reliable are they really? And so we can gradually see her development. In the quest version that I just finished earlier today, so that's pretty cool. It's nice to do this right after that. She basically changes immediately after being betrayed by Nasejina, if that was his name, and learning that he was really just using her the whole time and had lied to everybody and, like, wanted to bring back the Abyss and all that. And she just, you know, she clearly takes that revelation hard. She's very quiet. She's feeling a lot of emotions. She's processing them. But then, you know, she adapts fairly quickly. Now, I thought it was done well in the quest because she did take that processing time, so it made sense that she changed afterwards. But I like it even better with this context. You know, preparing her for that betrayal and giving her the guidance that she needs to figure out what she needs to do after it. So I thought this was nice. I also did have a horrible thought, which was, you know, the whole time how she was so convinced that she needed to sacrifice herself for the right of Shinvat to get rid of the sign. And she learned all that from the Order of Skeptics, apparently. The Order of Skeptics, very well established at this point to have inaccurate information in general because they lost a lot of their records, they were biased in a lot of their records. But her contact there was specifically Nasajina, who basically hates her, thinks she's the most arrogant being to walk the earth, so, or to float the Tevat, I guess. So I'm wondering, how much of that do you think was deliberate on his part? Him trying to convince her, and successfully convincing her to sacrifice herself because he wanted to get rid of her. That's just a little cruel. Wow. So, that's just a horrible thought that I had. Wanted to share for fun. Ha ha ha. Anyways, thus comes to an end Sharush's journey once again. I believe that is all I have planned for today. Yeah, just breaking these events up to nice chunks. So the next couple events will all be their own videos, I believe, because they are much longer than the ones we watched today. So that will be all for today. We are rapidly catching up on some of this Mist lore. I guess the interesting bit that they brought up in this one as well was where are they? The Oceanids and their possible relations to the Pari and the pilgrimage that they make, because it is curious. We don't know why they left Fontaine, technically. Yeah, after the catastrophe. On a pilgrimage. Because, you know, when we heard in the previous event that they had left Fontaine after the death of the Hydro Archon, I thought it was because they didn't like the new Archon. And they were avoiding their orders to spy on people or to attack people or to stop spying on people. I don't know. They left Fontaine over their dislike of the new Archon, I thought. But actually, it might be something else. You know, it could be two separate things. They didn't like the new Archon, true, but also they left Fontaine for a different reason. I'm always wondering if it was to recognize the previous Archon. Maybe they liked the previous one a lot, and so they were mourning her, basically, in these pilgrimages. Or maybe they blamed themselves for her death? It was a her, right? I don't recall. Focalor is the name, but I don't know who belongs to, really. So, that could be another option. Maybe they were mourning the previous Archon. Maybe they blamed themselves. Maybe they blamed the people of Fontaine, so that's why they left Fontaine. They were disgusted with it. Maybe they blamed the new Archon. I don't know. But I love it. Little crumbs for Fontaine for us, and I can't wait to see how they pan out. So, that will be all for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and of course, thank you all so much for watching. I want to give a special thanks to our Patreon supporters, Jay Blakewood, Conorsard, Mary, Power of Chaos, Edu, Gibrilia, and our anonymous patrons. and I will see you all in the next one. We are getting closer and closer to Fontaine! Yay! Bye now!